pretty smooth. My business is called Forest to Fork, and a lot of things that keep coming up with clients and with friends and people in our hunting club is, what rifle should I buy? What rifle should I use? What's a great all-rounder? And I wanted to do a bit of a series where I showcase the firearms that I use with clients, that I tend to use more personally, why I choose each model of firearm and why I choose each caliber. And it's a Tikka T3, beautifully smooth. They have a fantastic reputation. I'm very happy with mine, always shoots straight. But why I went for this particular model is I wanted something durable that wasn't going to take a whole lot of maintenance. This has a nice plastic stock, polymer stock. Don't have to worry about getting wet. I'm not gonna cry if I get it chipped or scratched. And I have it in stainless steel. So you still actually can get some surface rust and even pitting. The reason why we can't use true stainless steel is because stainless steel work hardens. So every time you fire a firearm that's made of true stainless steel, it'll work harden and become brittle. So there is still a bit of maintenance, but really, as long as you keep this firearm dry, it is very, very hard to get any rust on it. And that's why I like it. Apart from that, it shoots straight. And the scope that I have on top of it is just a Meopta Optika5. That's not as important as the magnification, is 2 to 10 by 42 millimeters in diameter of the objective. Now, that's plenty. I mean, this rifle, for what it's chambered in, I'll get on to chambering later, is fine to shoot a deer, medium-sized deer out to 300 meters. And so, I mean, 10 times I would even think is too much for that. But it is fantastic glass. I will criticize Meopta is they don't actually state where this scope is made, but I cannot fault the performance of the optic, especially for the price. So this is my guide gun, and you can probably see it's had its fair share of bruising. You can see that scratching, there's plenty of marks on it, etc., etc. It's reliable, but over the model and the smoothness of the bolt, etc., etc., stainless rifle, polymer stock, middle of the road scope is going to probably do 80 to 90% of the state forest hunting that I do. And it probably wasn't clear, but all these firearms, I've picked them for particular public land hunting in Australia. I don't hunt private land. I just think we're so spoiled with public land and there's so many opportunities out there. I think it's worth pursuing and it's worth the difficulty of it. So yeah, this was my first centerfire rifle. The caliber is a bit exotic and we're going to move over to that shortly, but it's chambered in a 2506. Now, a lot of that might sound familiar to a lot of you, and that's because a 2506 is actually a 30-06 that's been necked down. So a 30-06 has a 0.3 inch diameter projectile. And so what they did is they kept the case and they reduced that projectile width to 0.25 of an inch. Now that did two things. It gave us the benefit of higher velocities, which means that our trajectory, the rate at which the bullet falls, is shallower. So that gives us a more forgiving long distance shot. But what it also did is it reduced the overall mass of the projectile. And what that means is that we're restricted to lighter projectiles, which means that there's not as much mass to carry that energy down rate and buck the wind. So you'll actually see that your energy will lose faster than a heavier projectile. So that's why in the 2506, I will be hesitant to shoot an animal past 300 meters, which is not too bad because for most of you that hunt state forest or those of you that want to get into it, a 300 meter shot in a state forest is actually kind of hard fought for. You need to know the spot and the animal needs to be there, and you need to be able to get comfortable without a million trees in the way or country that's like this. And so for 80% to maybe even 90% of the hunting I do in New South Wales, this is the gun I reach for. And we'll go over here and have a look closer at the projectiles. Right, so here it is. This is the 2506, and the case is almost identical to a 3006, except the neck has been reduced or necked down to receive a 25 caliber or a .257 projectile. As you can see, it's long, it's slender, it's built like a sports car and has excellent aerodynamics, or as we say in the shooting sports, ballistic coefficient. And so why I like this projectile is it is flat shooting, even though that's becoming more and more irrelevant with modern projectile design and modern powder designs. You can get, say, a 308 or something that shoots a wider projectile to comparable performance. But when it comes to hunting, we also want to worry about preserving the meat. And a projectile like this is going to do less damage when you need to do, say, a shot placement in the shoulder than, say, a much larger, heavier projectile. Something else people ask me about is barrel length. And I can tell you now that the 22-inch barrel on the Tikka has been more than enough. I know you can get 24 and 26 inches, but you have to obviously worry about practicality. And the longer your barrel is, the harder it is to handle in the bush. Sometimes with thick scrub and ducking under and, you know, through bushes and whatnot, you kind of want a shorter-ish barrel. And I really feel that you still get a lot of powder burn. Now, perhaps another few inches of barrel here would utilize the large amount of powder in the 2506 case, and that may well be the truth, but I don't think the velocity gains will make any real world difference in the field. And so while I do think I will retire the 2506 as soon as this barrel wears out, I'm not sure what I'll go to next. It has proved to be a very effective and very reliable cartridge, and I've definitely shot a lot of animals with this configuration here. It's a fantastic round, it's a fantastic rifle. I think in future I would go for something perhaps a little bit more common. I'm thinking a 270 or a 7mm 08, and just because they have, you know, fantastic all-round performance and technology's come a long way. But in the meantime, I'm not in a rush to change. This does almost everything I need it to do, and this rifle has been fantastic to me. And so I'll leave you guys on that. I'll do another video at another date with another round that I use, and I'm gonna leave everyone with a happy hunting. Get out there, get shooting. Take it easy.